Now on CoastTV News.
Milton development. These fields could be turned into houses soon.
Going to the polls this summer when voters in the 20th District will elect Stell Parker Selby's replacement.
4th of July traffic, the best times to hit the road, if really at all.
And after a sunny, hot day on Delmarva, I am tracking absolutely gorgeous weather for our 4th of July, welcoming in lower humidity. I'll let you know how long that's going to stick around in my full forecast.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Acres in Milton, soon to be houses. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
Two separate housing developments by the same applicant will bring over 250 new homes to Pettyjohn Road. You see them there on your screen. Symphony Glen and Windscape Farms. Sussex County Planning and Zoning approved both projects with conditions. CoastTV News reporter Christina D. Robertus in the newsroom. And Christina, there is something unique about the Symphony Glen project.
Yes, there is. The project is expected to designate 9 lots for the Sussex County Habitat for Humanity home ownership program. 2 new housing developments just got the green light in Milton, and they're right next to each other. Symphony Glen is the larger of the two, with 219 homes planned across more than 100 acres. Right next door, Windscape Farms would add another 49 homes on 26 acres. They're among a handful of newer developments in the larger Milton-Harbison area and drawing a range of reactions from locals.
It bothers me, but it does not infuriate me.
Others say infrastructure must keep up before shovels hit the ground.
You're not going to stop people from wanting to come here. What you have to do is the political people have to come together, and the planners, the town planners have to come together and do the right thing about zoning.
The Symphony Glen plan also includes something new for Milton. Habitat for Humanity homes built within a market-rate neighborhood. Milton already has 5 Habitat homes, but never like this.
This is the first time that a developer has brought us in to look at how to add lots to the community to make them affordable to the different target audience.
We spoke with lots of people today, many saying growth is inevitable, but it's how and where it's done that's key.
We need to grow as a city. We have to provide jobs and provide housing for all the people and everything. But we do have responsibility to the nature around here. That's part of what makes this area so beautiful and so amazing.
Neither project has to go in front of Sussex County Council because they are both subdivisions. Now, another part of the proposal for Symphony Glen, at the meeting, it was mentioned that each of the 200 lots, or more than 200 lots, would have to give a $500 contribution to the local fire department before they can get a building permit. So that equals out to more than $100,000 for Milton Fire. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Christina. Heads up, a water advisory issued for part of Rehoboth Beach. We're looking live there right now. According to the city, elevated levels of bacteria were found in the water near the avenue. The beach does remain open, as you can see, but swimmers are advised to keep their heads above water. The city says most people will be fine, but a few people with weakened immune systems can get ill after swimming in water like this. This actually is pretty typical after a heavy rainstorm when stormwater runoff collects animal waste. Here's a story you saw first on Coast TV. There will be a special election August 5th for the seat vacated by Stell Parker Selby. The winner will serve as District 20's representative until Election Day 2026. Tonight, Democrats will select their candidate after a forum.
CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken is live there. Emma, 5 Democrats hope to be the one to fill Parker Selby's seat.
Charlie, we're at the Lewis Public Library where those 5 Democratic candidates will be arriving this evening. They, along with Democrats in District 20, can attend the public forum here at 6:30. Let's take a look at those 5 candidates. Alona Berry, who says she's focused on creating opportunity for every family to thrive. Lewis Councilman Joe Elder, who has a history of working in education. Milton Councilwoman Randy Meredith, who says she aims to improve infrastructure and affordable housing. Ruby Schaefer, a business owner who says she aims to prioritize infrastructure accountability. And Keith Steck, who aims to address environmental social justice and overdevelopment. The forum goes until 8:30, and then Democrats will decide tonight the candidate who will run in this special election in just a month. Reporting in Lewis, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Let's go ahead and take a live look back into the Rehoboth Beach area as we check in with our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono. Chris, we're going into the holiday weekend. Everybody wants to know what's up.
Hey there, Charlie. Yeah, I'll tell you what, those beaches are going to be packed here over the next few days. We are seeing plenty of sunshine out there in Laurel. It's been a hot day. We got up into the lower 90s today, holding at 88 in Laurel, 67-degree dew points. So those dew points are going to be falling through the overnight. You can see we're holding at 91 in Rehoboth, 90 in Millsboro, 89 in Seaford, and we're at 89 in Milford. As I mentioned, dew points mid to upper 60s. Those are going to be falling. We had one little thunderstorm develop way to the southwest of Crisfield. That is weakening. Most of the thunderstorm activity has been confined to the northeast corner of Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey. We don't have any of that to worry about. Maybe an isolated shower pushes into northern Delmarva. We're down to 87 by around 7. Plenty of clear skies. Temperatures falling into the lower 70s overnight. Our 4th of July shaping up to be picture perfect. That cold front's going to allow for humidity levels to drop, and that is going to feel pretty good after some sweltering heat and humidity over the last few weeks. Good news is the ocean's warming up and a low risk of rip currents for your 4th of July. We'll talk more about the holiday weekend coming up in that full 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Chris. Looking good there. If you didn't know, the 4th of July traffic, it's already here. It's not waiting until tomorrow. Take a look at Route 1 and 24 just before our broadcast. Thousands of people expected as the beaches and at the beaches this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. And for those heading over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, listen to this if you want to avoid miles of backups. Interestingly, the Maryland State Highway Administration says traffic should be dead on July 4th. But the agency says avoid using the bridge between the hours of 11 and 2 on Saturday or 11 to 7 on Sunday. The State Highway Administration is stopping non-emergency lane closures to help ease all of that traffic.
And this is going to take us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know how you usually celebrate the 4th.
Let's take a look at the results so far. 52% say they stay home, 24% say family cookout, 16% say fireworks show, and 8% say beach day.
I think that 52% saw the traffic there.
Yeah.
If you want to go vote, you can do that at coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. The Ocean City Beach Patrol is working to inform people about its new tent and canopy rules as the beaches fill up with tourists. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe is live in Ocean City. Kevin, people might be violating the new rules and not even know it.
Charlie, we went around with the Ocean City Beach Patrol captain today who showed us around and kind of told us that not a lot of people are following these new rules. Now, as of right now, no fines are being handed out while the Beach Patrol takes the time to inform thousands of people about the new rules, which includes no anchors or stakes extending beyond the cover, nothing bigger than 10 feet by 10 feet, and you're not allowed to leave tents unattended before 10 a.m. Part of an effort to stop people from taking a spot even before going to the beach. And one local likes that new rule.
They leave and other people are left out. They can't get the prime spot that they have come here for to enjoy.
Now, these new fines, when they are put in place, can range between $100 to $1,000. So if you're planning to go to the beach in Ocean City, be sure you're aware of all the new rules. I'm Kevin Zappe, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
President Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill will soon be One Big Beautiful Law today.
The House of Representatives narrowly passed the massive spending and tax cuts bill that the president has been pushing for months.
2 Republicans joined all Democrats in voting against the bill, which, as NBC's Julie Sirkin reports, will cut social safety nets, programs, and order to fund tax cuts and spending increases for the military and border security.
After a week of twists and turns, strong-arm tactics, and backroom deals, President Trump's signature tax cuts and spending bill is headed to his desk to be signed into law.
The motion is adopted.
The final House vote coming one day before a Trump-imposed July 4th deadline, and hours after the bill appeared to be in trouble, with hardline fiscal conservatives and other Republicans threatening to vote no. But ultimately, the bill passed with no changes.
A lot of members genuinely needed time to digest what the Senate sent over.
House leaders credit the president with convincing holdouts to get in line.
He was, directly engaged. He was available. If anybody had a question, they could go straight to him.
With little power to stop it, House Democrats slammed the so-called Big Beautiful Bill during floor debate.
My House Republican colleagues, have you no shame?
And delayed the vote by hours.
House Democrats are going to stand up.
8.5 hours, to be clear, because Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries set a new record for the longest floor speech in history. Democrats in the minority could not stop the bill from passing, but Jeffries says the fight is not over.
That no matter what the outcome is on this singular day, we're going to press on. We're going to press on.
The bill makes permanent the 2017 Trump tax cuts, slashes funding for Medicaid and food aid programs. It increases funding for border security and the military. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill will add more than $3 trillion to the national debt and will strip health care coverage from more than 11 million people. Republicans dismiss those projections.
Unleashing a rising tide of prosperity, securing our border, modernizing our national defense, and supercharging energy, agriculture, all the sectors of our economy.
The president will head to Iowa tonight for a rally, and tomorrow he will sign the Big Beautiful Bill at the White House, according to sources, amid all the July 4th celebrations and festivities there. In Washington, Julie Sirkin, NBC News.
2 chicken houses catch fire on the same Maryland farm this week. The scope of the damage.
Well, if you like today, you're going to love the 4th of July. Humidity levels are going to be falling, and I'll let you know how low the humidity is going to fall into the weekend in my full 7-day forecast here in a few minutes.
But first, a food truck serving up more than just great eats, also some inspiration. That story up next.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
We don't get to choose what we're born into, but we do get to choose how we use those experiences. That's the mindset for one man in Sussex County, a businessman. As Coast TV's Emma Aiken shows us in today's Coastal Connections, he turns pain into positivity.
Cooking up cheesesteaks. It's a lifestyle for Gary Shirey, who owns Bub's Grub's food truck. But things used to be a lot different.
My dad went to jail for murder when I was 6 years old.
Dysfunctional is the word Shirey used to describe his childhood.
I thank God every day that I'm still alive. You know, the heroin epidemic is killing people.
Shirey struggled with a heroin addiction himself and ultimately ended up behind bars. That's where he says he hit rock bottom. But committed to breaking the cycle, Shirey vowed to give his kids a better childhood than he had. So, in 2019, he bought a food truck, and that was the start of Bub's Grubs.
So if I used to get high and spend all that money getting high, I can spend that money to feed kids.
Now he does, feeding communities not just cheesesteaks, but motivation. And he can proudly say he's someone his kids are proud of.
My son can go into school and say, my daddy owns this truck.
Shirey says his change started with taking accountability, and while he'll never forget his past.
And November 29th will be 9 years that I haven't had a needle in my arm. 9 years.
He's focused on feeding his future. For Coastal Connections, I'm Emma Aiken.
When you check off all the boxes, it's shaping up to be a picture-perfect 4th of July here on Delmarva as we take a live look into Ocean City. Folks enjoying that warm ocean water, 88 degrees right now in Ocean City. We're getting more of a land breeze, so it's been pretty hot along the coast, but those humidity levels are going to be dropping through the overnight. No issues as far as any precipitation is concerned through the evening. If you're heading out to the boards, we're going to be down to 79 by around 9 o'clock. As I mentioned, check out those ocean temperatures, 79 degrees, 75, so the ocean pretty nice out there for the 4th, and also a low risk of rip currents. See, 90 degrees right now in Rehoboth. We're at 89 in Long Neck, 90 in Milton, 88 in Bridgeville. Not much of a heat index out there right now. We're beginning to see those humidity levels kind of mix a bit. Mid to upper 60s as far as the dew points are concerned, and those are going to continue to fall. You could see satellite radar showing a pretty good line of severe storms up through Allentown, pushing into North Jersey as well as New York City. That's kind of the zone for severe weather over the next few hours. These storms are going to continue to push east and weaken. Expecting clear skies here on Delmarva overnight, 68 in Georgetown, 72, a bit milder at the coast. as that cold front pushes through, we're going to see some nice, comfortable air briefly through Friday and Saturday, and then we skyrocket back into those tropical dew points through early next week. You can see dew points through the afternoon tomorrow, mid to upper 50s, lower 60s. That's going to feel very good into Friday as well. And then we do it into Saturday too. But then as we go into Sunday, we begin to see those dew points go back up into the upper 60s to lower 70s. 85 for our 4th of July in Georgetown. Highs generally in the mid to upper 80s throughout much of the eastern shore, interior Delmarva, 84 in Ocean City to 85 in Pocomoke City. Looking really good for any fireworks going on tomorrow night as well. Clear skies, temperatures falling to around 80 by around 9 with those comfortable humidity levels. Not much to track on Futurecast. Pretty clear as far as the skies are concerned through your Friday evening, and then we're going to keep it clear even into Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, very sunny. We keep the humidity at bay as well, but then the humidity levels come up, and so do our precipitation chances, especially by Monday. Now, the National Hurricane Center is monitoring this area of low pressure pushing off the coast of Florida, over the Carolinas, over the Atlantic, watching for potential development there. We could potentially tap into some of that moisture as we go into Monday, but that's going to bring in that tropical air mass as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday. Those dew points are going to be in the mid to upper 70s. So we're at 67 tonight, mostly clear. The humidity slowly begins to fall. A spectacular 4th of July, 87. Enjoy that with that north to northeasterly wind of 5 to 10. And we keep the sunshine and beautiful weather in play for Saturday. Sunday, the humidity begins to rise. Temperatures holding in the upper 80s to right around 90-degree mark. And then we introduce those daily shower and thunderstorm chances Monday through Thursday of next week.
Tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7:30, Into the Trenches at 10:30, the final score. Over on DSN Plus, your exclusive games at 6 p.m. Crown Sports Center High School League Girls Basketball, Cape Henlopen High School League Boys Soccer. Then at 6:15, Maryland Supreme Basketball League, that's the boys. Coming up, firework finances, how much more the sparklers could cost this holiday. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
2 chicken houses caught fire on the same Caroline County property this week. You can see them here off Tuckahoe Road in Denton. The fire marshal says chickens in both of those houses were killed, but unclear just how many. A firefighter was taken to the hospital for heat exhaustion while battling the flames. Damage to those chicken houses estimated at $1 million.
Your 4th of July fireworks bill might be higher this year. The American Pyrotechnics Association says that's because 99% of consumer fireworks in the U.S. are produced by China, and China is subject to tariffs by the Trump administration. A salesman says they tried to stock up before the tariffs were enforced.
Some of them did hit us. We did take some across the board, but it only raised a couple of our items. The majority of our stuff stayed the same price, so we're still able to give you the deals.
Meanwhile, the American Pyrotechnics Association is warning against sustained tariffs. It's warning of higher prices and supply chain challenges.
Over 200,000 Ford and Lincoln cars recalled due to an issue with the rear view camera that could increase the risk of a crash. Ford says the camera may freeze or fail to display an image at all. The recall impacts more than a dozen models of 2018 to 2024 sedans, trucks, and SUVs, and a half dozen different models for Lincoln sedans and SUVs. Dealers will update the camera free of charge. We're taking one look more outside. This is Ocean View. Final check on your 4th of July forecast after this.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, a win for those fighting against wind farms. What the judge decided today.
Also, take a live look into Ocean City. We're at 88 degrees, a pretty nice evening under clear skies. We'll fall to 84 by around 8 o'clock. Humidity beginning to fall. And yeah, you want to load up on that sunscreen, sunglasses, hats over the next 4 days with the UV index around 10. And then we'll drop to a 7 by around Monday with some added cloud cover. Your skeeter meter, well, those mosquitoes will be high over the next few days. And we have Nancy Stapleford of Lewis, Delaware. You're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella, and you get your forecast anytime by dialing the First Alert weather phone. An absolutely spectacular 4th of July, and we keep that sunshine in play through the weekend. Humidity does begin to rise into Monday, and so do our storm chances.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.